Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt your standard broadcasting to issue an emergency alert. Information about the alert will be relayed across all stations shortly. Please stand by. Please stand.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government in conjunction with the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This is a global emergency. Important details will follow. Just a few minutes ago, a previously undetected colossal asteroid has collided with the Moon, destroying it. This asteroid was larger in size than the asteroid that struck Earth 65 million years ago. This collision has also caused a large amount of debris on a collision course with Earth that will likely last for many years. Because of the absence of the Moon, rapidly changing orbital periods and climates will occur. While these effects may not be imminent, persons should prepare for such an event. Residents are advised not to panic, as panicking has historically proven to have made situations worse. While the United States, as well as the rest of the world, will be greatly impacted by this, we will press on. The United Nations is currently devising a contingency plan to make sure that all governments, as well as humanity, live on. Make sure to tune into any news network for any updates, information, or possible emergencies.
Event type is admin. This is a global emergency. Just a few minutes ago, an asteroid larger and more powerful than the asteroid that caused the Jurassic extinction event has struck and destroyed the Moon. The impact, as well as the post-effects, will be disastrous for the human race. Expect the following to happen. The destruction of the Moon will result in large amounts of debris on a collision course with the Earth. The axis will rapidly change, causing drastic changes in the climate. The Canadian government, as well as the United States government and United Nations are working on a contingency plan for this kind of situation. Stay tuned to news outlets and local media for the latest information.
Le type d'événement est admin. Il s'agit d'une urgence mondiale. Il y a quelques minutes à peine, un astéroïde plus gros et plus puissant que l'astéroïde à l'origine de l'extinction jurassique a frappé et détruit la Lune. L'impact, ainsi que les effets postérieurs, seront désastreux pour la race humaine. Attendez-vous à ce que ce qui suit se produise. La destruction de la Lune entraînera de grandes quantités de débris sur une trajectoire de collision avec la Terre. L'axe changera rapidement, provoquant des changements drastiques du climat. Le gouvernement, ainsi que le gouvernement des États-Unis et les Nations unies canadiennes travaillent sur un plan d'urgence de ce genre de situation. Restez à l'écoute des médias et des médias locaux pour les dernières informations.
This is an emergency update. We have gotten word from the United States government, along with the National Weather Service and NASA, that severe winter weather is being reported in the northern United States. Temperatures in the northern U.S. are reaching as low as 10 degrees Fahrenheit, with areas in the far north reaching temperatures below zero. Areas in the southern United States are also experiencing temperatures lower than usual. Currently, we have someone monitoring the orbit of the Earth on the line.
Thank you for letting me be here.
No problem. Now, What is the reason for these low temperatures?
Well, as it turns out, the Earth's axis is moving outward, and most continents are headed for the North Pole.
Oh wow, I don't have a good feeling about that. What would be the worst-case scenario?
I would say the worst-case scenario is the axis going at 180 degrees, and the Earth would begin spinning as if it were rolling sideways. This would cause Earth to become tidally locked.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, but we still have the climates and debris to worry about.
Agreed. And there we have it. Stay tuned to CNN to get the latest updates and information about this event.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service in Chicago, in conjunction with the Chicago Police Department. The Chicago Police Department is requesting that all citizens in Chicago avoid driving. The roads have a considerable amount of ice forming that makes driving extremely dangerous at the moment. Persons hearing this alert should refrain from driving until the situation is dealt with.
Environment Canada has issued a significant weather bulletin for regions in the broadcast area. Stay tuned for further information. Environnement Canada a émis un bulletin de conditions météorologiques importantes pour les régions dans la zone de diffusion. Restez à l'écoute pour plus d'informations.
Environment Canada has issued a tsunami warning for the east coast of Baffin Island at 7:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, October 12th, 2016. A tsunami warning is issued for Iqaluit, Cape Dyer, Panarchong, and Broughton Island, Nunavut. A tsunami warning is in effect due to a fragment impact in Baffin Bay. Seek higher ground immediately for the best chance of survival.
Environnement Canada a émis un avertissement de tsunami pour la côte de l'île de Baffin. À 19h32, heure normale de lait, le mercredi 12 octobre 2016. Un avertissement de tsunami est émis pour Iqaluit, Cartier, Pointe-Merton et Broughton-Island, Nunavut. Une alerte au tsunami est en vigueur en raison d'un impact de fragments dans la baie de Baffin. Cherchez immédiatement un terrain plus élevé pour avoir les meilleures chances de survie.
This is an important cyclone warning announcement. Please pay attention to the following information. A cyclone warning is now current for coast and island communities from Queensland to Victoria. A cyclone watch extends to inland areas. Location: latitude, -29.7 degrees south. Longitude, -198.1 degrees west. Recent movement, west at approximately 29 kilometers per hour. Wind gusts, 290 kilometers an hour. Central pressure, 950 hectopascals. Residents on the east coast, no matter where you are in great danger, and it is recommended to evacuate before the storm hits. If you are unable to evacuate, then seek shelter inside your home in a basement.
This is an emergency advice. This is an update to the cyclone warning that was issued 7 minutes ago. The cyclone is believed to be more dangerous and catastrophic than we had previously thought. This cyclone is believed to be growing in size, with wind movement slowly becoming faster. This cyclone will completely obliterate all coastal cities and towns, so if you remain in your current location, you will face certain death upon the cyclone's impact. The current threat level is emergency advice, meaning that an emergency is imminent. Evacuate now. Repeating, evacuate now.
The following message is an update to the situation, which is believed to be escalating quickly. This message is to remind the public of another danger during this event. Unfortunately, NASA has failed to remind the public of the event, and this event has already happened once in Australia. Because of the destabilization of the axis, extremely large and dangerous storms will form. These storms are able to cause extreme damage, be large in size, and last for long periods of time. These time periods vary from days to even entire years. Because of the uncertainty of this event, NOAA is devising a plan to provide a NOAA weather radio to every household. That way they can be informed if a weather disaster happens in the United States. Even though these types of disasters will not happen frequently, we should still take extra precaution. Updates will be provided over local media outlets or the emergency alert system when one is issued.
破片が日本海を襲った。日本の西海岸にいる場合は、今すぐ避難してください。これらの
緊急地震速報です。強い揺れに警戒してください。緊急地震速報です。強い揺れに警戒してください。
緊急地震速報があります。この警告の対象は、鳥取、兵庫、京都、福井、西川、富山、新潟、山形、秋田、青森。破片が日本海に影響を与えました。巨大津波とマグニチュード 8.6 の地震が西海岸を襲うと予想されています。この津波はすべての沿岸の都市や町を全滅させると信じられています。すぐに黄色の部分を避難させてください。巨大津波は30分で襲うと予想されています。躊躇しないで、今すぐ避難してください。あなたが避難しない場合、あなたは特定の死に直面するでしょう。家族の他の人やペット、身分証明書や円などの必需品以外は持ち込まないでください。今すぐ避難してください。
This message is transmitted at the request of the United States government, the Department of Homeland Security, and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration has detected 2 fragments on a collision course with the Earth. One of the fragments has already impacted the Sea of Japan, and the other one is on a direct collision course with the continental United States. This fragment, believed to be the size of a football stadium, is expected to impact Traverse City, Michigan, within 35 minutes. All residents within the state of Michigan are to seek an underground or fallout shelter immediately. If you are in Traverse City, evacuate now. You will face certain death if you do not evacuate. Take essential supplies with you, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio. It is unknown at this time if more impacts will happen, so you should stay in your shelter for at least 14 days. You may only exit your shelter once it is deemed safe by the United States Department of Homeland Security. If you choose to evacuate your current location, tie a white towel to your mailbox to let government officials know that you have evacuated. If no such shelter exists in your area, military officials will direct you to the nearest shelter in another area. Stay tuned to media outlets for the latest information.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's going on?
God. This is horrible. We found something far worse than the Michigan impact. Another fragment, 5 times as big as the Michigan impact, is on a direct collision course with Yellowstone.
Holy. We need to inform the public right now. Sarah, a message over the emergency alert system informing people about this.
I'm on that.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is KABQ. We will continue to serve the Albuquerque, New Mexico area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Albuquerque, New Mexico area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration in New Mexico. The President of the United States is unable to speak as he is currently being escorted to a safe and undisclosed location. Please pay attention to this alert, as this message details a horrifying discovery made by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Experts at NASA have detected a fragment, approximately 5 times as big as the one that struck Michigan, headed for the Yellowstone National Park. This collision will cause extreme shockwaves and earthquakes reaching over 10 on the Richter scale, winds that will reach over 800 miles per hour, and it will also activate the Yellowstone caldera, triggering a supervolcanic eruption. The sun will be blocked out entirely for a year at the least, because of the ash from the eruption. All citizens, no matter where you are being advised to seek a fallout shelter immediately. However, those in the states of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Colorado are advised to evacuate the state while there is still time. This fragment will impact within the next few days, so those in the states mentioned will have enough time to evacuate. These instructions are mandatory for your survival, and if you do not follow these instructions, you will face certain death upon the fragment's impact. Take all essential supplies with you, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, blankets, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries. Updates will be provided over the emergency alert system. The United Nations is still working on a plan for humanity's survival, though it is not guaranteed that the plan will succeed, or even be finished. Once the impact is about to happen, another follow-up alert will be issued. Do not call 911 unless you have a life-threatening emergency. Keep in mind that you may not receive a response, as emergency services are limited because of the situation. Please remain tuned to news outlets.
Okay guys. So, what's our plan?
Okay, hear me out. What we will do is try to time travel back a couple weeks before the asteroid struck the moon, and try to destroy the asteroid. However, we can also change its trajectory, so it avoids both the moon and the Earth.
Sounds good. Are you even sure if that's going to work?
No. If all else fails, planetary evacuation. Oh crap. I think the fragment is about to hit Yellowstone.
Warning. The fragment is about to strike the Yellowstone caldera in 200, 160, 120, 80, 60, 40, 20, 10,
5, 2. Is it over? Well then, we shall soon put our plan to save humanity into action.